Hey everyone, welcome back to the Top 10 Countdown. This is week 5 Epic Kills. Thank you for all your submissions this week. Here are 10 of the best. So, starting off at number 10, a player has invaded the forest of fallen giants where he's ambushed by a host hiding in chameleon form, and is pretty much destroyed in the first 10 seconds, doesn't manage to land a single hit and ends up with almost no health at all. Therefore he has to back up, not much he can do at this point. The element of surprise is a really big part in online play and he's fallen victim to it. He is remaining fairly calm though, which separates the veterans from the new players, and his determination pays off as he finds an opening in his opponent's R1 spam attack and gets a very nice parry with a weapon swap and finally a riposte for the win. Awesome start to the countdown. Let's look at number 9. Number 9 is in the Brotherhood of Blood arena. This person's up against an opponent of a fairly high rank, as you can tell by his special red aura, but he gets a very nice baited parry on his running attack, swaps to the dagger for that juicy critical damage, and then backs up a few meters, untargets his opponent and gets a 360 close range great bow kill. I didn't even know that was still possible in Dark Souls 2, but congratulations my man, that was pretty sick. Alright, next up is number 8, and it comes with its own commentary.
Oh shit. Oh! Yes! Fuck yes! Finally! I got someone! Yes! Now it's your turn, mother sucker! Oh my god! Oh, that's perfect right there. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
That invasion made me laugh every time. Alright, number 7 involves an invader versus a host in the Tower of Flame. He does have one of the royal guards helping him at the start, but the host soon takes care of it. It's definitely not looking like an easy fight. The host is a bit of a tank. Huge great shield, heavy armor, probably quite squishy in terms of health, and it's looking like pyromancy is not going to be of much use in this situation, so he does what you should always do against turtles and performs a guard break, but incredibly he actually weapon swaps during the guard break, which again I've never seen before, and that's insane. I really like that. Let's move on to number 6. Here we have a host making a fool out of an invader in Brightstone Cove. We see a lot more people using chameleon form in Dark Souls 2, which is great to see. It's probably due to the abundance of silver talismans, but anyway, the host waits for the invader to run all around the edge where he finds an item the host had left there earlier as bait, and he lines up the perfect long range shot to release the giant boulder above the cliff. Just magnificent to watch. That damage though, that was epic. Right, let's look at number 5. Number 5 is cool for me personally because of the originality of this person's setup and the fact that they used a special attack that I didn't know existed until today. Basically, he's using the Spider Fang in his offhand, and when dual-wielded like this, it has an attack similar to the Ricard's Rapier R2, with a special shot of spider webs at the end, which actually slows down your opponent significantly for 5 seconds, allowing him to close in with the Malformed Skull, a weapon with the highest AR in the game, and get 2 free hits off. And then he finishes off by pulling a whip out of his ass for the last few hits. To be honest, this makes me want to see a Spider-Man cosplay now. Someone needs to get on that. Anyway, congratulations. Let's move on to number 4. This one's good in terms of originality setup wise, but also just a really good example of great technical play. This person is using the King's Ultra Greatsword against the tank opponent in the arena, and it's one of those fights where you just don't make a mistake. A predicted parry right at the start results in his opponent becoming overly cautious, trying to look for a gap in his random attack pattern. However, when he does attack, he misjudges his timing completely and is punished with a cool looking two-handed parry. That was actually a flawless kill. Great timing, spacing and awareness, pretty much perfect. Definitely deserves to praise the sun. Okay, time for number 3. Number 3 blows my mind every time. It's literally one of the most bizarre invasions I've ever seen. This invader in good old Katarina armor goes straight for these 2 clueless white phantoms who, I don't know if they couldn't fit through the door or what they were doing, but whatever they were doing, they're not anymore because they're dead. Anyway, he turns around to focus on the host, who I imagine is probably fairly surprised, and starts buffing, and just casually parries the host's running attack like a boss and kills him. Freaking amazing. I've never seen anything like it. No doubt that was epic in a strange way, but let's take a look at number 2. At number 2 we have a blue invader who encounters a high level host with heavy armor, buffs, plenty of healing items, etc, in the Forest of Fallen Giants. And I thought about cutting the submission down or fast forwarding some parts, but I didn't. I feel this clip deserves to be shown in its entirety. It's really good. It's a classic example of skill overcoming cheap tactics, and as you can tell, the Blue Phantom is making use of dual-wielding rapiers with a very aggressive playstyle, punishing his opponent's constant healing. A lack of a shield can make you vulnerable though, as he sustains heavy damage, and of course as an invader he can't heal himself while his opponent can. He's clearly power stanced and takes quick jabs in an attempt to chip down his opponent's health, but unluckily gets too close and is dropped to a critical level of health and put in quite a dangerous situation, but like previous entries he remains completely calm and parries his opponent smoothly with the dagger, again for that critical damage boost. Unfortunately, the fight doesn't end there, as his opponent manages to get back to a safe place to heal again. He can't interrupt his healing animation with a rapier, and so his opponent is back up to full health. This is where the host becomes sloppy though and gets a bit greedy, spamming the running R1 in an obvious pattern which allows him to get a sweet parry yet again. He attempts to use some Sunlight Spears to finish him off, but doesn't quite get him in time. His opponent heals again back to full HP, although he does receive a Sunlight Spear in the face, which I imagine was pretty satisfying. Then the opponent heals and his Sunlight Spear misses. Such an intense fight. He runs in and gets parried but survives through a post. Oh my goodness, but then he makes use of the rapier's range and gets the final hit of the match on his opponent and wins. You completely deserve that win. Really excellent fight. And so we come to number 1. Number 1 is a joint submission from Mayhem and Bro with the Fro. They are both in the dragon area, and Mayhem waits for an invader before taking him to this very precise location where they start having a duel. Pretty normal so far. However, far up above in the clouds is a graceful butterfly who has used the zipwire glitch to be able to fly, which has actually been patched now. But as the fight rages on below him, he performs a running jump attack which causes him to float safely downwards because of this glitch. Meanwhile, Mayhem tries and succeeds in getting a parry just in time as the butterfly of death descends from above and takes the riposte. I think that blue invader probably needed therapy after that. That was beyond amazing. Congratulations to these two and everyone else on this countdown. Thank you so much for watching everyone and being so patient. I really hope it was worth the wait while I finish my exams. Next week is top 10 dual wielding kills, so send me your clips in a private message here on YouTube and I'll make sure to look through them. Also check out any contributors you'd like the look of in the links below. And yeah, that's it really. Thank you once again and I will see you all in the next video.